G'day everyone, we're Ryan and Kaylee, and today we're going to be doing a budget video on travelling around Australia.
You may not like the numbers, but we have been very cautious. We haven't overspent in things. We have been pretty strict with ourselves, and yet we have gone over what we were wanting to spend already, and we are almost 5 months in. So we're going to be talking about how much we have spent in those 5 months, and we still have quite a bit to go. We're about getting to the halfway mark now, so I'll get Ryan to start this one off because we'll do the big factor for us, which is fuel.
This is the biggest part. This is what we spend most of our money on.
And Ryan knows about our car, and it may be different for you because you may
thirsty.
not have a thirsty girl like ours.
She loves a good drink. Alright.
So I'll give Ryan the numbers. Right,
so this might blow your mind. We've been on for 5 months. We've driven pretty much about halfway around Australia.
Yeah.
I've spent $4,660.46 on fuel. So that's a lot.
It's been about a rough $250 a week.
Yeah, so that's $250 will cost us to fill up the car for full, but that's when it's about $1.80, which up in the Northern Territory it's a lot more than that. So we get in our car, it's around 23 to 25 litres per 100 k's. Now, we don't tow nothing, we don't do nothing. It's just this old girl, she loves to drink. So that's our biggest issue. So I have 145 litres of fuel, and that gets me about 600 k's if I'm lucky. So that's our big thing. That's what costs us so much money all the time, because we're constantly filling up, because 600 k's isn't a lot, and yeah, it's around $250 to $300 depending on the price of fuel. So that's a big one.
Yeah, and also getting over here to Northern Territory, we was filling up daily.
Yeah, it's a lot of driving, and it's a lot of fuel. So
and
that's
especially when it gets up to what we're paying sometimes, $2.60.
$2.60 per litre, or $2.30. Anything that's over $2, you're spending. Yeah, you're getting towards the $300 mark just to get a couple 100 k's. So that's our biggest thing. That's our biggest worry.
Yeah. So get that one out of the way, but also again saying that you're probably not going to be traveling around with a car like ours that is going to cost as much, or we're also petrol.
Yeah,
is the
so
other
if you're new to the channel, we do have a 105 series Land Cruiser 2002 1FZE petrol Land Cruiser. So if you have a diesel, it's a little bit different. You'll never spend as much as this thing does. I haven't met anyone else on the road that drinks as much fuel as this does.
So yeah, we're a bit of an exception there, and that is our biggest downfall, which we didn't really take that into account. And I want to add in here that we thought we were going to be spending $600 a week. That was our budget. That was what we saved up for. That's what we saved up for. We figured that we could go for 12 months and have $600 a week as our budget, and that was our goal every week, to try and meet $600. Yeah, we saved up to around 32K.
I think it was around 36. I think we had 18,000 bucks each. We saved around $36,000 to do a 12-month trip around Australia. Now at the moment, the way we're going, it's not going too well, but you can't.
So please subscribe to our channel so you can help us out, and we'll keep on traveling.
Pretty much, yeah. But I mean, you always have a plan on how you think things are going to go. But a lot of the time it never goes to plan. You'll want to go out, you want to spend a little bit of money here and there, you want to try and enjoy yourself as much as you can without blowing yourself out of the budget. Now, so even though our budget is $600, we average on a week, we spend anywhere between $600 and $850. That is our margin of how much we will spend every week. Even though we have a budget of $600, we always tend to go a little bit over, or even sometimes, I think our most expensive week was at around $1,600. So that's, a couple weeks just gone in 1 week.
With things going wrong.
That was a lot of things going wrong, which you always have to account for things going wrong. Your car needs service. Anything, you need to have a little bit of wiggle room there.
You end up spending too much fuel, or there's just a lot of things that can just
that can really blow your budget out of proportion, and then it makes you stress a lot. But you're traveling, you got to try and enjoy yourself and not worry about spending too much money. Money can always be made if you just stop and you work for a little bit, fill up the bank account,
That is the thing. We may have to stop at work for some point.
Yeah, we may do, yeah.
We were planning on it, but we just figure that we actually like to move more than staying in the one spot, and a lot of places do want you to stay for the 3 to 4 month mark, which we weren't really expecting that. We thought we could hang around for a month and just help a business out, but it's not like that.
Yeah, it's not as easy as you think. You're gonna have to stop for a while if you want to work, which is our biggest issue.
Yeah. So, well, the next one is another one of our biggest expenses is groceries.
Yeah.
We spend between 100 to 200, more around the 150 mark each week.
Yeah.
And adding up all of that is 3,026 and 50 cents is how much we spend. And I would say snacks is a hard one. I blame him.
Don't look at me.
Definitely look at him.
I just like eating me chips, I like eating me biscuits.
Anything's on special,
like Mate, if anything's on special,
he gets double.
Mate,
so you're not saving money here.
Technically, look, if it's half price, that means you can buy 2 for the same price, right? So you get twice the amount of goods.
Argument, guys.
Right, you get no, you get twice the amount of goods for the same price, so you can't beat it, mate.
Anyway, I try to do all of our meals fairly cheap. We have sort of our repeated meals, which I will do a video as well on our meals, because I think they're pretty tasty meals.
They're very good, yeah. We've got a lot of meals that are all very different types of meals. We sort of
mix them up every few weeks.
But also at the same time, you need to have sort of, with your meals, you need to have sort of the same thing for lots of meals, so you don't have an abundance of different spices and everything like that. So we have a certain variety of spices and things that we use for majority of our meals, even though all of our meals are vastly different, but they all have some sort of the same ingredients, which saves us on space and saves us on money, not buying, you know, random stuff for random meals if we want something.
We wouldn't do a meal if it had like so many
if it didn't have anything that we didn't already have.
Different sauces we need to buy and stuff. Like we stick, if I see something like I've got oyster sauce, if it's got something that's got oyster sauce in it, I'll keep to that. But if it's got other things, like I try to keep to the same sort of things that we have to try and save on room, because we don't have a lot of room,
and money
also saves on money.
Yeah.
Another thing is accommodation. So we spend 1,811, and that's roughly between 50 to 150 a week, depending on the area we are.
Yeah, it really depends on the area. We'd say that New South Wales and Northern Territory are the most expensive places to have either camping or caravan parks. We found in New South Wales there was not a lot of free camping. Most of the time you are paying $25 to $30 for a campsite, depending on how many people you have. And also same in Northern Territory. I'm pretty sure it's $15 per person in the Northern Territory. So, and then that's just for a campsite, except if you're at a free camp or anything like that, which there are free camps, but a lot of them are just roadside camps.
Right now we're at a roadside.
Now we're at a roadside camp because the camping right now is costing us too much money. So this is the way that we like to save money. Just go to a roadside camp, save a bit of cash for the day, and helps out the bank account just a little bit.
Yeah. So next one, we've got our gas refills. So this is one that's quite low. We only spend $67 the whole time, and we probably get 2 weeks worth out of a gas bottle, and then that's only around $15 to $16 we'll spend. Yeah,
so it's pretty cheap for our gas refills. It's not too much, but yeah, we have a 4.5 kilo gas bottle, which would normally last us about 2 weeks, using it every single day for cooking all of our meals. But if we are at a caravan park or we are somewhere with an amenities kitchen, we will tend to cook with their equipment, just to save us money on gas. Save money on gas. You save money on pretty much, you know, using all your supplies and everything like that. So if you're at a caravan park, just use a camp kitchen. You'll end up saving you heaps on gas, and we try and do that every time.
Everything that you're paying for a caravan park.
That's exactly right. Try and use everything that they supply.
So the next one is laundry. We tend to do all of our laundry at caravan parks, because
do all your laundry at caravan parks, because you will save yourself so much money. last time we went to go fill up to clean our clothes at a laundromat, it was $17 per wash. Now it could have just been the place that we're at, but it is always
it's majority of
the places are very expensive. So caravan parks are normally $4 to $5 just like per load.
Sometimes even $3.
Sometimes even $3. Sometimes they're even free. We've been to one that was free, and it just it was awesome. Right,
and
so
you can hang up all of your
you can
clothes.
hang up all your clothes. You don't need to
clothes
hang a
lines
line
as
or
well.
anything like that. So always just save all your washing for when you need to go to a caravan park. You need to have a bit of refresh, have all your showers and everything like that. So save your washing for then, because I guarantee you it'll save you a lot of money.
So there we spent $81.85, and that was our laundry.
Yeah, for the last 5 months. So that's actually not too bad.
It's not too
No,
bad.
that's pretty
There's
cheap.
been a couple of times where we have gone to the laundromat and we have spent that bit extra,
Yeah.
but lately we've just been saving it for caravan
So build it up,
parks.
wait till you go to caravan park, do it all that day, and then relax for the rest of the day. Let the heat dry it out. Perfect, saves you money, you don't have to use a dryer or anything. It's all good.
So now this is one that we kind of fail at a little bit. It's the eating out / takeaway. So it's even a McDonald's is expensive
It
now.
is. Everything, it all adds up. Everything gets very expensive. We try and share most of our meals if we eat out. We'll get one big plate of food, we'll split it between us. We try and save money as much as we can whilst we still trying to enjoy ourselves and
I think the hardest thing is when you're out doing things and you've got a lot going on, and it's really hard to stop and cook, especially in our setup. We find it extremely hard to get things out, clean up. It takes us, we've timed it.
It takes us over
about
an hour. Yeah, hour,
So
a little bit over too.
we try to find things that are a bit easier to cook, but that is our biggest downfall. And we have spent $773.45. And it depends on the week, but usually we'll spend about $50 a week on takeaway, which isn't too much, but it does just add up.
It does just add up, and a lot of the time that comes down to laziness, where we're too tired or we've been driving too much, it's too hot, and would rather just quickly go into Macca's.
It can be an impulsive decision.
Like we're both starving, haven't eaten, it's 3 o'clock, we just need to eat food. Like a lot of the times it's that, rather than just going there just because. So a lot of the time it is just all the way down to laziness, and we can't be bothered cooking, especially up here. It's so hot half the time. You don't want to be sitting outside cooking and eating food. It takes you so long. So it's all it all comes down to laziness.
We
but
try not to
you really
have
don't.
takeaway.
You really don't need to have takeaway. Yeah, you can eliminate all that if you're good, and we're very bad.
So the other thing is bills, and we've spent $1,585 on bills, and
that's a lot of cheddar.
We've both got our phone bills.
Yeah.
I think I spent about $105 on my phone bill.
It's more than that. I think it's a little bit more. I think my phone bill is $147 per month, so that is expensive. I have the bigger phone and a bit more expensive plan, so it's a little bit more there.
So down on my plan since we've got Starlink.
Yeah, that's another one. We do have Starlink Roam, and that is $174 per month.
Yet, though, so
that hasn't. We've only recently got that, so that hasn't come out yet. But that is going to be added onto our bill. So that's $174 a month, which I mean, it is a lot, but also at the same time we use it all the time. So the amount of that we use it is, I mean, it kind of makes it worth it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. You don't need that, but it's something that we decided we wanted. Coming up to the Northern Territory right now, we have a little bit of reception, but not much, and it's good. It's even a safety thing. We've done a Starlink video, so go check that one out if you're interested. Another thing is subscriptions. I think you've got more subscriptions than I do.
have a Spotify subscription and an Amazon Prime subscription.
I just got my binge subscription, and that's $16 a month. We've cut it. Everything else is using other people.
Try and mooch off your friends or your parents or anyone, because you don't need to pay for those subscriptions. A lot of the time someone else will do it, and you can just say thank you and, you know,
the
use all
only
their
one
stuff.
I pay for is
Yep.
Binge, which I do watch all the time. But the other thing for us is the gym, but
Yep.
we cancel that whenever we're not
Yeah,
near
so
a
that's
gym.
a same thing with Starlink. You can with Starlink internet, you can pause and unpause that when anytime you're not using it.
That's an Anytime Fitness.
Yeah.
So you can use, there's heaps up the East Coast. There's
Lots.
only
There is
one in
hundreds.
Darwin.
Hundreds up the
And then
East
there's
Coast.
only a couple in WA. So
Yeah.
all of the times that we're not near one, we will freeze it. And we love it for the fact that we've got some air conditioning. We can do a workout, which we love to work out.
Yeah.
We do that when we were back home. So it's more of a homely feeling to us as well. And you get the showers. So if you had one near you and you were staying at a free camp without all of those stuff, you got all of those amenities.
you got
and stuff.
showers,
That's
toilets,
$15.95 a week per person,
Yeah.
which is cancelable at any time or freezable.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all of our bills. Right, next one we've got is miscellaneous, and that's anything that's like shopping, like we brought some clothes or just
All the
souvenirs,
unnecessary stuff. Yeah.
more
Pretty
like
much.
souvenirs, things like that. We have spent $1,923.59. So that's another one that's a bit pricey. Next one we've got is parking, which is like just cities and stuff. You've got to pay for street parking, and that was $27.80. And the next one is car service / car parts, which we've spent $922.
Is that including the solar panel that we bought?
I think so.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well that was a bit of something we needed. So we bought a solar panel and we've got our car service, which costs a couple $100, and I'm pretty sure.
Even a car when we use car oil.
Yeah, we got some more filled up on oil and stuff like that. So yeah, that's all those things.
Yep. So next one is alcohol, which we haven't done. This is something that
It's something a lot of people spend a lot of money on, but luckily we don't drink that much. We especially don't drink when it's just us two. So we have barely spent.
social drinkers.
We're more social drinkers, so we've barely spent any money on alcohol at all.
So all up, and this was included going to the daily pub not that long ago, was $135.47.
Yeah, so not much.
It's not
Normally
too
I spend
bad.
that on, you know, one night
night.
going out. So
And we spent
yeah,
that
not
within
bad at all.
5 months.
Yeah, not bad at all.
So, with all of that being said, our grand total is $22,014.12.
For 5 months.
Yes.
That's a lot.
So we definitely didn't expect to spend
Yeah.
this much, but yeah, it's more the fuel has been the biggest factor.
Fuel's the biggest thing. Food we need to cut down on, and I'm pretty sure that's it really.
Yeah.
Food and
I
fuel
think
are
we
just
are
our main
pretty
killers.
strict on ourselves. Like we
Yeah.
don't really allow ourselves to really spend more than what we should. Like we sometimes will get the takeaway here and there, or
Yeah.
we'll decide, oh, let's just go eat out and we'll share a meal or something
Or
like that.
if it's
but we're
doing
pretty-
something that's like you're there and like you shouldn't miss it, so it's like, oh, you have to pay a bit extra money, or if you're in the day and you're like, well, we have to go eat out
Yeah.
and go get food or whatever, or if it's, you know, something really nice and you just want to spend the money.
Yeah,
Honestly,
like an ice cream or something.
Yeah, just anything like that. Honestly, if you get to the point where you're so stressed out on money and you are stopping
We
yourselves from
did get to
enjoying,
that point.
we have got to that point. If you stop yourself from enjoying your travels and doing all that stuff, just try not to worry about it and just spend a little bit of extra money doing what you wanted to do, because at the end of the day, it is just money and you can earn more. So
You can always stop and try and
that's
find
exactly
work,
right.
but-
That's exactly right. You sure can.
Yeah, well, that is all we have done for our budget. That is our honest, what we think you should be.
Yeah.
Bring more, don't do what we did, and
Yeah.
we
Always
basically-
bring more money than you
Yeah.
think that you will need, because at the end of the day, you could always use it.
yeah, we honestly wish that we did just stay for a little bit longer and
Yeah.
save up a bit more money, just so we did have a little bit more
Yeah.
financial freedom
Even though
during this time.
we did leave with $36,000 and we both thought that that was a lot of money, but at the end of the day, you're spending money every day. We don't have any other income streams apart from a little bit of editing we do as a side job, which doesn't earn us too much money, but it earns us enough to pay for our groceries for a week if we do a lot of it. So
Yep.
yeah, always bring more money, and you can never have too much, honestly.
Well, thank you for watching. If you've watched this far, please give a big thumbs up and we'll check you guys in the next one.
Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe, because at the end of the day, you guys can help us make money.
All right.
Cheers, guys.
Goodbye.
Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.